today we are going to be talking a little bit more about plural nouns. Earlier this week, you guys watched a brain pop video on plural nouns and you took that easy quiz. Now we're going to dig a little bit deeper and learn a little bit more about plural nouns. And plural nouns means words that name more than one person, place, thing, or idea. So more than one. Okay, their example down here says, he hit the ground right at Hester's feet. Feet meaning more than 1 foot, right? There's 2 feet. And that's actually called an irregular plural noun, which we're going to learn right now. So there are 4 different ways that we will be changing nouns into plural nouns if we're talking about more than one noun. The first one we need to know about, and probably the easiest one to remember, is just adding an S to the end of a noun. So costumes. Before it was, when it was a singular noun, it was costume. And then when we added it, made it plural, we just added an S to the end. So that's pretty easy to remember. Pumpkins, right? We just added an S. Games, just added an S. The next one is sometimes we have to add an ES, and there's a rule for this. So you have to remember the rule. The rule is when the words end in S, X, CH, or SH. So their example here, the first one is church. Okay, so they have church. This ends in CH. Knowing that that word ends in CH, when I make it plural and I have to talk about more than one church, so now I'm going to talk about churches, I just add an ES. So that's the rule for that. If we had fox, I know it ends in X, and now I have to talk about more than one fox, I have to make it plural. So knowing the rule, I know that I need to add ES, okay? And how about if it ends in an S, like cross? If it ends in an S, it would look funny if I just added another S, right? That look really funny. So the rule is when it ends, and when a word ends in an S and I have to make it plural, I add ES. So that looks better, right? Crosses. Okay, so that's the ES rule. And sometimes, some words, we have to add IES to make it plural. And this is the rule that you have to remember for that. When a word ends in a consonant, so a consonant letter like M, H, T, okay, those are consonants, and then a Y, so a consonant and then a Y, you drop the Y and add IES. So for instance, this first one, it used to be army, okay? Before they made it plural, it was army so it had a consonant here, M, and it had the vowel Y, okay? So we're gonna drop the Y and add IES to make it plural. So now it says armies. Let's look at the next one. Before it was trophies, what do you think it was? Trophy, right? It had a Y at the end. So it had a consonant and it had a Y. So to make it plural, we drop the Y and add IES. Okay, so that's the rule for that one. So just remember, has a consonant and a Y. Irregular, this is probably one of the harder ones to remember, and that's okay. This, with time, you will get. So irregular words are words that actually, they become plural, but sometimes we don't have an S at the end, but they become plural. So the first one's mice. Before it became plural, because the plural is mice, before it became plural, it was mouse, right? It was mouse. The mouse ran across the floor. we needed to make it plural. So then to make it more than one, it doesn't become mouses. That doesn't make sense, right? That sounds weird. It becomes mice. The mice ran across the floor. So that sounds better, right? This other one says, let me move this a little bit. There we go. Teeth. So that's the plural, right? What do you think it was before it became plural? Tooth, right? My tooth hurts. So I'm talking about one tooth. I wouldn't say my tooth is hurt. That sounds really weird, right? Nope. I'm going to change it to teeth. So teeth means more than one. My teeth hurt. And there's some other ones that you should know as well. Let me erase that real quick. Women, before it was women, it was woman. Men, it was man before it was men. Okay, and so there's some other ones that we're gonna practice this week on these ones. Now there's another rule down here that if a word ends in an F, okay, it ends in an F, you actually drop the F and add V-E-S, okay, V-E-S. And so like if you had leaf, it ends in an F, to make that plural, it would become, I'm going to drop the F and add V-E-S, and it turns into leaves to make it plural. Pretty cool, right? How about elf? It ends in an F, that's the singular, one elf. I'm going to make it plural, I'm going to drop the F and add V-E-S. The elves helped Santa. Okay, it wouldn't be elves. The elves, okay? So that is the other rule. All right, so now that we've covered the different rules for plural nouns, you guys are gonna play a board game. Now this will be in your seesaw. This is gonna be on the third slide. So when you're doing your board game activity, if you go, oh, I can't remember what the rule is, or I need to look that up, you can go to the third slide in Seesaw, and this is in there. And I think I actually sent it home with you guys in your pickup bags last week. So you actually have a copy, a paper copy of this. Okay, here is the activity we are going to do today, and it is a board game. And my suggestion, so that these are the rules. It says start on the star, and I don't see a star, I see a basket. So we're going to start at the basket, not the star. Spin to move. So we have to spin right here in this circle, okay? They're giving us two options, 1 and 2. Either we're going to go 1 space or we're going to move 2 spaces. Now, how do you spin? There's no spinner, right? Well, we are going to use a paper clip to spin. Let me go get a paper clip real quick. So I'm going to use a paper clip. I'm also going to use a pencil, and this is going to be my spinner. So if you've never done this, you are in for a fun surprise. So this is kind of cool. It creates a spinner. So I'm going to put my pencil in the middle, right there, and I'm putting on the end of my paper clip. You should have a paper clip because I know I attached a couple to your guys' pickup bags. So hopefully you still have that paper clip. And then you just take your finger and you flick it. Oops. And it spins it. Pretty cool, right? Flick and spin. And then wherever it's pointing is how many spaces you go. So this one pointed at 1. Okay, that means I'm gonna go 1 space. Cherry. All right, now I'm gonna go to my fill-in sheet here, and I am going to write cherry. That is the singular for the noun cherry. Now I need to look at my plural sheet to help me figure out what the plural noun is for it if I don't remember the rule. Well, I remember that if it ended in a Y, that I would add IES S to the end of it. Ooh, it does. It's even down here. Cherries. So cherry becomes cherries. And then I'm going to spin again. Oh, I got one again. Torch. All right, torch down. Oh, I remember there was a tricky rule with the CH at the end. I'm going to go to my sheet. Oh, I remember. Here it is. CH. When a word ends in SX, CH, or SH, we add ES at the end. It's actually there. Churches. Oh, I'm sorry. Torch. I don't know why I said that. Torch isn't on there, but it ends in CH, so I know it's going to be, oops, torches. Pretty cool, right? And then you keep going until you fill all of your boxes. So all of these boxes should be filled. When you are finished playing the game, you will take a picture of it in Seesaw and send it to me. All right, guys, have fun with this. We will also be reviewing these in our morning meeting.